Today we're going to talk about the stab. And the first thing that we're going to do in stabbing is we're going to bring our sword down in line with our hand and our target. We're going to move our weight to our back foot, take our weight off our front foot. We're going to start moving forward by lifting our front foot just a little bit. It's exaggerated here. Push forward off our back leg. It's going to bring us forward towards our opponent. Simultaneously with doing that, our hand is going to move forward. Our hand, elbow, and shoulder moves forward towards our opponent. And what we're going to see is, as we're coming forward, we're going to push forward with our sword, and our tip should actually hit our opponent at the same time or slightly before our foot hits the ground. So it's not so much that you're stepping and then stabbing, you're stabbing and then stepping. So you're going to hit with your tip just before you put your hand or your foot down, which generates a lot of your power. Okay, so watch here. There you go. You see how much more power that has than if I was just pushing a stab into him. As you're moving your sword forward, you want to make sure that you're rotating your hand and elbow. So it's going to start with your hand facing in, the palm of your hand facing in, and when you're done, the palm of your hand is going to be facing down. So you're going to rotate about 90 degrees over as you push. And this is a full body rotation in terms of, it's a lot of wrist, it's a lot of elbow. Your elbow kicks up about 90 degrees, but there's also some shoulder into it. If you don't do that, you're going to stab them in the face or the throat. So that's why we do the rotation. The rotation keeps our sword in line, and even if it would otherwise go up, it forces it straight through to the gut. So again, rotation, good stab. No rotation, bad stab. So a properly thrown stab looks a bit like this. Now notice that I've got a lot of bend kept here in my elbow. My elbow is not bent at a huge degree, but it is, at least 15-20 degrees on it. The reason that we do that is because your elbow is very fragile and very susceptible to hyperextension if he chops down or pushes it out. We don't want to lock it out because it's really easy to injure this. So just keep a certain amount of bend and you should be fine. Next thing I want to point out is that no matter where you're stabbing, this is the same motion. So if you're going to stab high, you push in, you get the same rotation, same footwork. Stab low, same thing. If you're going to do a hook stab, stab out to the side. It's really the same movement, you're just getting to the outside first, and you're extending your arm and elbow more to the outside before you do the same rotation and push in.